hello, it's me again, Sharmeen Thomas, and I'm with Indus TV. The Nepalese stall at the expo now, and I have with me Tikaram ji. Tikaram ji, how is the day going so far?
It's brilliant. It looks really, really brilliant. Everyone having good time. Thank you.
और आपने मुझे पहले बताया that you are here as part of the Nepalese stall and the Indian stall. So how is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible because I born in India by my parents from Nepal. So I follow Nepali culture from my heart. Just like, if your kids is grown up here, we always teach them our own culture. That my parents teach me my Nepalese culture, so that's how I'm very connected with my Nepalese culture. Yeah.
But then Nepalese people need to have a movie like जैसे फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, तो फिर भी दिल है नेपालीज तो है नहीं?
है बहुत सारे मूवी है हमारे नेपालीज में, इतने अच्छे अच्छे मूवी बने हैं, तो आप देखोगे तो पता चलेगा, बहुत अच्छे मूवी बने हैं.
बिल्कुल, मैं तो मजाक कर रही थी. I know I listen to a lot of Nepalese songs as well. बहुत मीठे बोल होते हैं. Now if you can just tell me Tikaram जी, यहाँ पे exactly क्या डिस्प्ले किया हुआ है? If you can just talk us through it.
इसमें अब हमारा माउंट एवरेस्ट का डिस्प्ले किया है. इधर नेपालीज फ्लैग है. ये मादल अपना इंस्ट्रूमेंट है. अब ये देख रही हैं, ये हमारा दौरा सुरवाल है जो नेपालीज बॉयज़ का ड्रेस है. ये बॉयज़ का ड्रेस है. और ये खुकरी है. इनको तो अब सभी जानते हैं. नेपाल से जो गोरखा जे है, जो यही लेके चारों तरफ अभी दुनिया को विजय किया हुआ है इसी खुकरी से. जो खुकरी इज़ वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट हथियार हमारा है. हाँ, और अभी इधर बुद्ध जी अभी आपको मालूम ही है, ये नेपाल में बॉर्न हुए थे, नेपाल से हैं. और ये हमारी टोपी है, नेपाली ढाका टोपी, जो मेरे सर पे भी है. और आप और ये हमारे ठेकी है जिसमें दही वगैरह बनाते हैं, हमें दही जमाते हैं इसमें. और ये हमारे इसमें जो खाना बनाते हैं. और तो ये सारंगी, अपना सारंगी जो बजाते हैं, ये बहुत ट्रेडिशनल अपना, इसी से हम गाना गाते हैं. इसमें इसे गिटार के जैसे होते हैं, यार नेपाल में सारंगी बोलते हैं इसको.
ब्यूटीफुल टिकाराम जी, मैंने पिछले स्टॉल पे यही कहा था कि कल्चर को एक स्टॉल में डालना बड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन आपने बड़ा प्यारा रिप्रेजेंटेशन किया है. आपका माउंट एवरेस्ट आ गया, आपकी कुकरी आ गए, क्लोथ्स आ गए, बहुत सारी चीज़ें आ गई. वेरी ब्यूटीफुल रिप्रेजेंटेशन. आपको क्वींसलैंड में नेपालीज पॉपुलेशन कम्युनिटी काफ़ी बड़ी है यहाँ पर?
हाँ, अराउंड हमारे यहाँ अराउंड 30,000 है. क्वींसलैंड में 30+,000, अभी तो ज़्यादा भी हो गई होगी. ब्रिस्बेन में आप अराउंड 15,000 प्लस है. बहुत बड़ी कम्युनिटी है ब्रिस्बेन में.
Now that's good, wonderful. और नेपालीज लोग होते भी बहुत अच्छे हैं. Of course, इंडिया के नेबर्स है. But thank you so much, Tikaram ji, for your time. Enjoy your time at the expo.
Thank you very much for having me.
With the team of Bharatiya Samaj, which is the organizer of today's fabulous expo. I have with me Sunny, who's the treasurer, and most importantly, I have with me Mr. Jeet Sachdev, who is the founder of Bharatiya Samaj in Brisbane. Thank you so much for speaking with us, Jeet sir. Tell me, how was the idea for today's expo conceived in the first place?
Actually, when Abhishek ji has, opened this chapter in Brisbane, and we saw the value, that there's a lot of migrants. They do not have any direction. They do not know how to settle, how to, get the information, and all those situations where they were finding it hard. So then this is a reason Bharatiya Samaj thought that why not we just be the leading organization and provide not only the services and provide the resources as well. It's easy to say, you can just tell them that, where the services are available. But how to deliver them, that's very important. And that's a key word that, we have been working on, how we can connect the communities. It's not only the Indians, it's connecting with the diverse community of diaspora here. People are there and they need to be connected. And this is how collectively together we can do it. In very simple language, yeah.
Absolutely. I think my biggest takeaway from today's event is when I came in here, I actually thought I'd see more just Indian or South Asian culture community, but I'm actually really pleasantly surprised to see so many different countries representing stalls over here. So I think that's absolutely a phenomenal effort, and I think that shows. How do you think the response has been to today's event?
I'm so thrilled, so happy to see the response. You see, we believe in unity and diversity, and Australia is a diverse community. We got so many multicultural communities are available here, but it is who will take the effort to bring them together. So here we are. The Bharatiya Samaj has done that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our viewers today?
I would say that keep supporting Bharatiya Samaj, and of course the Bharatiya Samaj team, who they are working day and night to make sure that they deliver the values and the mission they believe in, and bringing people together and giving them a pathway where they can walk on and achieve what they think is valuable and possible.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jeet. Thank you, Sunny, for being here on camera. Turkish stall at the Migrant Expo, and I have with me Aslihan. Aslihan, welcome to Indus TV. You look absolutely stunning. Tell me about your traditional outfit that you're wearing today.
Thank you very much. I'm the board member of Queensland Turkish Women Association, and I love the environment. That's amazing. So this is called bindallı in Turkish. So this is a traditional costume that we usually wear before our weddings. One night before, it's like kind of hen's party, but with only women, and the bride wears this, and we get this here. So we put this in our heads, cover our eyes, and we do a henna ceremony as well with lots of dance, etc.
That's fabulous. And is this hen's party like? Do women just go kind of wild here? Or is that off camera?
It's off camera. No, it's actually most likely all the parents also involved, and it's like mostly women only. But then the groom and the groom's best mates also comes along, and we put henna, both the groom and the bride. At the end of the ceremony, we all get together, and it's most likely dancing and eating, of course. When it's Turkish culture, we eat a lot. We love our food.
And you stay up with the coffee.
Of course. The coffee makes us to stay alive through the night, to dance more, to eat more.
No, absolutely. I think that was a stunning, very, very interesting part of culture that you shared. Like, I never knew this about Turkish weddings, so wonderful. And tell me a little bit about this little setup that you have here. Of course, it looks very traditional.
This is very traditional. Actually, not majority of us have this at our homes. We call it shark side. We can put it at some spots, but it's more likely my grandparents used to have this. So this is more village that we put and people sit and do, and we have this called cine. We used to, like kind of 50, 100 years ago, sit and dine in that, and this is the comfy side of it, so you can sit and dine and drink your coffee.
You're right.
Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that here.
They weave it at village.
What about this table? What have you got here?
So this is our monthly newsletter. We are 7 individual women that we get together and create Queensland Turkish Women Association to help this community. So we do events, and we started, I guess this is going to be our 8th issue. We are doing monthly community newsletter. And these are like, this is a little teapot.
I was hoping for some tea in there, Aslan.
Ah, yeah, right. We could another time. But we have some Turkish delight. Would you like to try?
I would love some.
And actually, the plate we used to cook eggs.
That is so good. So good.
I'm gonna give the cameraman afterwards. He deserves it. And this is our
Baklava.
baklava. Oh yes, you know that.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the homemade. One of our board members has her own business and cooks Turkish food. So this is homemade by her. And we have many different types of baklavas, like pistachio, walnut.
But I have a question for you. Yeah. You know just how India and Pakistan, they fight over a lot of things about where things came from first? I mean, sometimes. They're friendly neighbors. So tell me, is baklava, is it originally Turkish, Lebanese, or Greek?
I'm not getting there. I think as long as it tastes good and wherever you want, eat baklava. I can tell that. This is the beautiful multicultural community. I've been in Greece, live in Greece for a while. Taste baklava, that's so good. Never taste Lebanese one. I love Turkish baklava as well. So even in Turkey, some states want the ownership to the city. So it doesn't matter as long as you eat and have fun.
I just want to congratulate you on the absolutely politically correct answer that you just gave.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time today. Enjoy your day at the
Thank you
Expo.
so much.
Thank you. The Chinese booth at the expo, and I have with me Amy. Amy, you look beautiful in your traditional outfit. How are you finding today?
I'm good. We are playing the Chinese instruments here. This is sorry, I can't too much English.
That's all right. So these are some traditional Chinese instruments is what you're saying. And what do you have on this side?
This side this is not, I don't, it's not.
Oh, it's not yours, it's different?
Yes,
okay.
just here. Just
Sorry.
here. These instruments. Okay. Yes.
Do you know, can you tell us the names of the instruments, even if it is in Mandarin?
Mandarin, this one, pipa. This one, 板胡. This 二胡. Yes. This one. This all the two string. Yes. This one is 扬琴. This one, 阮. 笛子. This bamboo make the 笛子. Bamboo.
That's like a flute, is it?
This is like this like that.
Yeah. English we call it a flute, I think.
Bamboo make.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful. You know, I was at the Indian stall some time back, and they've also displayed musical instruments there. And they also have a flute made of bamboo. Yes. So it's very interesting to see how the cultures can be so similar and yet so diverse. Wonderful. Thank you so much for showing us around at your stall. You have a good day at the expo. Thank you. I am now at the Moroccan stall, and I have with me Khadija and Fatna. Your stall looks beautiful, lots of traditional outfits displayed here today. Tell me a little more about the traditional outfits of Morocco.
Our outfit Morocco is all traditional abaya, handmade. All it's for wedding, any other occasions, events, and more very cozy and nice to wear for all occasions.
And if I'm not mistaken, abaya is something that you wear on the top, is it?
On the top, and you can wear as one piece, two pieces, yeah. And you can wear top and any pant or jean or whatever. It's nice to yeah, different shape, different formats.
You can wear it every day. Some of them you can wear them every day. Some of them you can wear them casual, like these ones. These ones for brides, for big, ceremonies like wedding or anything. And we got these jalabas. That's everyday jalabas. These ones. And the abayas, of course, you wear them on top of those takshita. We call them takshita in Morocco. Yeah, takshita. These are takshitas, and that one is kaftan. And this one is a jalaba. So, and also we got abayas. Abayas, we wear them on top of these ones when you go outside. You just cover yourself and you wear them out the top.
So what do you think it is about Moroccan fashion that sets it apart from other cultures?
What is the difference with? Yeah, it's more. Modest. Yeah, more modest, and we have traditional as well. Like more, they show you like Moroccan tradition. It's all about embroidery and the beads and a different type of fabric as well.
Now it's beautiful, very, very nice, very vibrant, I would say. Are you guys having a good time at the expo today?
It's our first time here to the expo, so it's beautiful, nice people. So we meet a lot of people from the community as well. It's beautiful, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for chatting with us, and have a good rest of the day. Vietnamese stall at the expo. As you know, Brisbane has a large Vietnamese population. I have with me Han. Han, tell me a little bit about your stall today.
So our stall today we recreate the Vietnamese traditional Lunar New Year with a lot of products here. We got this one is a chung cake. It's a traditional cake that we have at our Lunar New Year night, and a lot of activities like this one.
So this is second performance today.
Hexagon. So if you shake it and then you have one as well, have your message for the future, for your near future. We also have a lot of Vietnamese traditional products we take from Vietnam to here. A lot of toys, and it's a setup of a traditional Vietnam setup for the Lunar New Year. Everyone will gather around to have some food together to celebrate the year and then waiting for the upcoming exciting year. And we also got that one is the non la, and I'm wearing the traditional Vietnamese outside. Yeah.
It looks beautiful, your outfit. Thank you so much for sharing with us a piece of your culture. Have a great day. Thank you. The Indonesian booth at the expo, and I have with me this beautiful team here. So over to you. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you got here today and what you're representing.
Beautiful. First of all, I would like to say thank you and congratulations to the event organizer. I am Vera Pottinger. I'm the president and the founder of the Australian Indonesian Culture and Welfare. Here in this beautiful stall, we actually promoting Indonesian culture, the fashion. Also, it's a bit and pieces from all parts of Indonesia, from the west to the east. So we got everything Indonesian products as well. And yes, and then how we make batik. And then batik is very traditional clothing from Indonesia. And also lurik, this one. And yeah, so that's it. Yeah, we're just happy to promote our culture. That's who we are, and we love to greet you all. And thank you very much for coming to Indonesian stall. Thank you.
Thank you. Me, Mia, again, part of the Indonesian team. You guys represent PN, the label.
Yeah,
and is this your design? Have you designed this, Mia?
Yes, this is my design. This is hand-woven design. And then this is part of Indonesia as well. This is a clothing. This is a cartoon, hand-woven cartoon. And then this is accessories from the Sumatra. This is a pearl. And then this is a bag as well. From the Java. This is all I try to combine and west and east, all the blend together. Yep.
Now that's beautiful. And do you find people have been quite curious about the creations for today?
Yes, this morning people were really curious and asked me, what's this? And then what's the material? And then why you presenting like this? Because I want to present things as a blend West and East together. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing a piece of your culture with us today. Another visitor at the expo. This is Tanvi. A lot of people in Brisbane and the Indian community know her. You're very well known, Tanvi. So what brings you here to the expo today and what's your experience so far?
So first of all, namaste everyone. It's really amazing, Shameen, over here. So there are a lot of activities happening. There are a lot of amazing stalls. We have an India stall here as well, representing and showing all about music. And in different stalls, they are, showing off their clothes and how they sit. I've seen a lot of your interviews as well, how you guys were taking. And there are a lot of performances also happening. So I would really request everyone, whoever is watching, guys, you all should not miss such kind of events. They are really very encouraging as well. When it comes to Migrants Expo, it's a multiculturalism everywhere. There are so many things to learn as well. You can come and talk to ambulance people, the police people, the fair trading, TEFE, you just name it. All big bodies are here as well to give you guys, all the information you need for your life, for your career, for the daily activities you are doing. So, yes, Shameen, I'm really amazed, amazed to see how they have done it. And hats off to Bharatiya Samaj, Abhishek Sharma ji, and the team and volunteer sponsors. You all have really done amazing job. So, yeah, really so amazed and very happy to come here.
Tanvi, that was a fabulous roundup of the event. So well done, and I agree, it's absolutely great. There's a lot of overlapping of cultures, which is fascinating to see. Have you come across any fun facts that you didn't know about before? Because I have, and I want to know if you have too.
Fun facts? Really haven't thought about the fun facts here, but yeah, I would say there is Elsa and Spider-Man, and there are a lot of activities happening for the kids. They are really amazing. Other than that, everything is so informative. I think even 4 hours are not enough to consume that much information. So yeah, this place is amazing.
And the best part about Elsa and Spider-Man is that they don't belong to one country. They belong to all the countries. Thank you so much, Tanvi, for sharing your thoughts and insights with us. Wonderful. Thank you, and great to see you again. Pakistani stall, and I have Noreen with me. Noreen, salam alaikum.
Thank you.
Noreen, what have you got today? What brings you here to the expo?
Yeah, I'm representing Pakistani culture, and it's all about the truck art, and I do hand painted. So I got all the stuff from the Pakistan as well to show our Pakistani culture. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Just walk us through a little bit of what's here.
Yeah, it's a traditional Pakistani truck art. So it's a rickshaw. Maybe mostly people know about that, and it's really good to hear that mostly people know about that. So,
I love this.
Yeah. So it's a mirror work. It's a hand painted. So these are all stuff. It's a hand embroidered, and it's all handmade. And these are tea coasters. I made it by myself. It's painted. There's a candle stand. I do pottery as well. So, yeah.
Wonderful. You're very talented. I hope you're having a good day at the expo. Thank you so much for sharing a piece of your culture with us. Thank you.